Welcome to the lesson on working with filters, where you will learn about the various methods to apply filters in ThoughtSpot. In this tutorial, you will learn about the basics of how to work with filters, including the various methods of how to apply them in ThoughtSpot. You will learn how to apply individual or bulk filters, how to layer in additional values, and how to adjust and remove filters as necessary. Lastly, you'll see how to apply and edit filters on existing pinboards. Recall from the previous lesson that filters are used to narrow down the return search results so you only see the data you want to see. They do this by using the specific data values within your data. Any information in one of these cells is considered a data value. Common filters to apply in a search could include product category, using values like electronics or apparel, location-based values like state, with California or New York, and sales or date values and ranges. Filters can be used together in many layers and combinations, and they can be applied in ThoughtSpot either individually or in bulk in a variety of ways. Let's first discuss the multiple methods for applying filters in ThoughtSpot. Filters can be applied directly in the search bar, or they can be applied through a variety of filter windows on any visualized chart or table result. They can also be applied from the data source panel or any existing pinboards. The filter criteria of these windows can also be found and adjusted through a filter panel, which appears in all of these scenarios as soon as a filter is applied. Let's now take a look at each of these methods as they apply to attribute filters. First, we'll apply an individual filter directly from the search bar. Let's set up a basic search. Click in the search bar and type Sales by Store State. Note that the chart displays all states in which sales have been registered and the total sales for those states. Now, let's say we want to filter this to look at a specific state. In the search bar, type in the name of a state. In this case, let's put in California. Our visualization updates, and now only California displays on the map, with sales data only for California. Recall from previous lessons that these filters appear as gray in the search bar, with measures and attributes color-coded to green and blue, respectively. This makes it easy to visually identify your applied filters. You can also continue to layer in more data values to filter your search. For example, you can type in an additional value, say New York, and the visualization and data updates appropriately. You can continue to layer in additional filters in this way. If you want to remove a filter, click the X from the search bar, in which case all filters shown in that grouping will be removed. You can also remove individual filter values, like New York, simply by highlighting and deleting the term New York directly from the search bar. Let's now take a look at how to apply filters through a filter window. You may have noticed that as soon as the first filter for California was applied in the search bar, the map updated to show those results, along with this filter panel appearing below the header. These filter details will now always appear here. Clicking this panel allows access to a filter window, where they can be added or adjusted either individually or in bulk. Existing filter criteria can be removed by deselecting the checkboxes here, and new filters can be added. You can clear or select all options, and you can control the ability to include or exclude selected filters. The search bar allows you to find a specific result. You can type in a state name, much like we had done originally with California, or you can type just a portion to find matching results that you can filter on in your data. The checkbox for Show All Possible Values is used only when working with multiple filters, which we call cascading filters. More information on this can be found in the Business Analyst Learning Path. You also have the ability to filter in bulk here by pasting in a list of available values from any external source of information, such as a text or CSV file. This is an extremely useful feature when you have a large list of items, like 100 product-specific SKUs, that you need to filter on. ThoughtSpot will search for each value and return the results for every match. Any non-match will be ignored. For our example, we'll just paste in a short list of states. These values can be separated by new lines, commas, semicolons, or tabs. The matches are found and results returned. Filter windows can also be found from any chart visualization, like this one. To do this, just click on the axis labels of the chart. In this case, let's select Department and click Filter. This opens a familiar filter window with the same types of options seen in our last example. Once we select our options and click Done, the visualization updates to show the filtered results. Now that we've looked at the chart view, let's see how to filter from a table. From our visualization here, we'll click to toggle over to Table View. You can apply filters by selecting the three dots that appear in any column header and clicking Filters to open the associated filter window. Filter windows can also be accessed from the Data Source panel. With the data source expanded, hover over the available data fields. You will see the filter icon in the shape of a funnel that appears to the right of each field. Clicking this icon will open the relevant filter window based on the data field you've selected. Note that the filter windows will change based on the criteria you are filtering on, with state, city, or product fields showing applicable attribute options that are similar to what we've seen in these examples. Sales or date fields will offer different conditions and options that you'll learn more about in the next tutorials. Lastly, it is useful to know that you can also easily apply filters to existing pinboards. Let's look at this example for sales. At first glance, you can tell that this pinboard has no applied filters, because no filter panel is appearing here, below the header. But let's say that as a regional manager, you want to refine the data for the entire pinboard to only one particular region. Easy. To do this, click on the three-dot or ellipses icon and select Add Filters. From the left-hand panel that appears, expand the data source if necessary and select the field you'd like to filter on, in this case, Region. A filter window pops up, and we'll select West and click Done. The entire pinboard has now been filtered to only show data results for the Western region, as indicated by the filter panel that now appears here. As always, you can save a new copy of this pinboard if it's something you'll want to track without overwriting the original pinboard. And you can always edit or remove the filter by clicking on the filter panel or simply closing it out. Up to this point, you've learned about the different methods of filtering and how they are specifically applied to attribute examples in various scenarios. In the next tutorials, you'll see how these same methods are used in ThoughtSpot for measure and date values. Congratulations! You've completed the Methods to Filter tutorial.